published 2041 EDT, 4 November 2017 updated 2041 EDT, 4 November 2017 History is against Everton's interim boss David Unsworth getting the job at Goodison Park full-time, with owner Farhad Moshiri aware that 10 of the 11 first-time managers appointed by Premier League clubs in the past decade have been sacked, relegated or both. Unsworth, who played for the club in 2 different spells, has his first game in charge at Goodison Park against Watford, having presided over 3 away defeats since Ronald Koeman was dismissed. He has also been described by pundit Joey Barton as too overweight to be a convincing Premier League manager. History is against Everton's rookie interim boss David Unsworth getting the job fulltimeAny personal insult, be it funny, not meant or really personal, does not interest me, and I am not bothered at all. My hurt is with our fans, said Unsworth. I am hurting because we are not winning games, and that is really important to me. I'm hurting when I see thousands of fans travel over to Lyon and to Chelsea and Leicester and we don't get the result for them. We need to keep our fans with us, and a win against Watford would ease the anxiety certainly. The players need that ray of confidence, and to get that confidence rolling. Of recent Premier League rookies, only Ricky Sprague has not been relegated or sacked. Sam Allardyce, who is out of work and believed to fancy the challenge at Goodison, is a leading contender for the vacancy alongside Burnley's Sean Dyche. Ironically, Moshiri's ideal candidate Marco Silva will be in the away dugout this afternoon. Gambles on rookies with no previous senior management experience like Unsworth haven't generally worked in the Premier League. Only Ricky Sprague at Sunderland hasn't taken his team down or been sacked, but he resigned at the end of the 200,809 season saying the club needed a bigger name. The last first-timer, Craig Shakespeare, was fired by Leicester last month just 10 matches into a 3-year contract. The last first-timer, Craig Shakespeare, was fired just 10 matches into a 3-year contract. It's rare for Premier League clubs to appoint managers with no previous experience, and no wonder. As our rookies list from the last 10 years shows, it rarely works. Ricky Sprague Sunderland 200,809 saved club from relegation after Roy Keane, but uncomfortable in the limelight and resigned after survival had been assured, saying the club needed a bigger name. Steve Keane Blackburn 201,012 lasted 21 turbulent months at Goodison Park before claiming had been forced to resign. Endured bitter fans' protests after taking Rovers down into the Championship. Clark West Brom 201,213 respected NO2 with Chelsea and Liverpool. The Scot got his big chance in the Hawthorns' hot seat, but after a bright start, won just 7 of 34 Premier League games in 2013 and was dismissed. Tim Sherwood Tottenham 201,314 took over from Andre Villas-Boas in December 2013. Tactics Tim was fired at the end of the season despite Spurs finishing 6th. Told players they'd lacked guts after a 40 loss at Chelsea. Neil Adams Norwich City 201,415 failed to keep Norwich up after replacing Chris Hughton in April 2014 and resigned the following January after a 20 FA Cup defeat at Preston with the Canaries just outside the playoffs in 7th. McPhail Hull City 201,617 longtime Manchester United NO2 lasted only 3 months as permanent manager at Hull, having picked up 3 points in his last 9 games. Had initially replaced Steve Bruce as caretaker. Gary Monk Swansea 201,415 one of the more successful rookies, leading Swansea to their highest Premier League finish, 8th, before things turned sour the following season. Won 1 in 11 league games before getting the boot. Craig Shakespeare Leicester City 2017 had his contract terminated just 4 months into a 3-year contract after a 11 draw with West Brom. Kept Leicester in the relegation zone. Had done well as interim when Claudio Ranieri left. Managerial first-timers Alan Shearer Newcastle, John Carver Newcastle and Terry Connor Wolves were all appointed on short-term contracts in the Premier League and were all relegated.